Okay, so the world of AI agents is just blowing up, right? And you keep hearing two names, OpenClaw and Paperclip. The thing is, almost everyone gets the comparison wrong. So today, we're going to cut right through all that noise. We'll show you what they actually do, why they're so different, and this is the important part, how you can figure out which one you should be building with.
Look, let's just get right to the single most important thing you need to know. The number one mistake people make is thinking these two are competitors. They're not even close. They're built for completely different things. And here's the best way to think about it. One is the employee, and the other, that's the entire company.
All right, so let's meet our first character in this story, OpenClaw. Just picture this. OpenClaw is like your first digital employee, a totally autonomous one. It's this tireless worker you can just hire to get stuff done.
So what makes this employee so special? It's this idea of, well, radical autonomy. This is not your average chatbot that just sits there waiting for you to type something. No way. An OpenClaw agent literally wakes up, takes a look around at its environment, checks its memory, and then proactively decides what to do. It is a self-starter in like the truest sense of the word.
But how? Where does all that autonomy come from? Well, it all boils down to having a persistent identity. You see, OpenClaw isn't just some tool you run and then it forgets everything. It's an agent with a brain, a memory that actually learns and evolves over time. And that is what makes it feel like a real team member, not just another piece of software.
And you know what's kind of cool? How this identity is structured is actually super simple. It's all just based on a couple of key text files. You've got the soul file, which is exactly what it sounds like. It defines its personality. Then there's the memory file for storing everything it learns long term. The heartbeat file, that's its alarm clock, telling it when to get up and check for work. And then daily notes keep it up to speed from one day to the next. It's this really simple but incredibly powerful engine that drives the whole thing.
And get this, you don't have to download some clunky new app to talk to your new employee. OpenClaw is designed to live right where you already do your work, inside the tools you use every single day. We're talking Slack, Discord, Telegram, you name it. You just manage it, give it tasks, and get updates with simple messages. It just fits right into your workflow.
Okay, that's awesome. You've got your first autonomous employee, and it's crushing it. But what happens when you need 5 of them, or 50? Suddenly, you've got a management problem, right? A problem of scale. And that is where our second character, Paperclip, comes into the picture. This is how we go from one employee to an entire company.
Right. So Paperclip is not another employee. Think of it as the management layer, the C-suite. Its whole job is what we call agent orchestration. It's basically the system you use to build out an entire org chart for your team of AIs, making sure they all work together towards the same goal instead of just running around creating chaos.
So what does this AI company actually give you? Well, Paperclip is basically all the corporate infrastructure you'd need. You can literally build an org chart with roles and who reports to whom. You can set super strict budgets for every single agent to keep costs in check. It's got governance built right in, so any big decisions have to get a human thumbs up. And of course, you get this central dashboard with full visibility over everything. It's basically mission control for your entire AI workforce. Okay, so we've met the employee, we've seen the company. Let's put them head to head. This should make the differences totally crystal clear.
All right, let's just break this down. Look at the architecture. OpenClaw is all about a single, super powerful agent. Paperclip, it's about managing a whole bunch of them. The autonomy level is key too. OpenClaw is self-directed. It decides what to do. Paperclip agents are task assigned. They do what they're told. And the memory. OpenClaw has a persistent individual identity, like a person. Paperclip provides the organizational context, like company policy. Even how you talk to them is different. Slack for OpenClaw, a dashboard for Paperclip. So here's the bottom line. OpenClaw is a dream for a solo founder who just needs an extra set of hands. Paperclip is for the entrepreneur who's building an entire company powered by AI.
But here's where it gets really interesting. This isn't an either-or choice. Not at all. The real magic, the real power, happens when you realize these two things aren't just different. They're designed to work together.
I mean, this quote from Paperclip's own documentation just nails it. The people who made these tools don't even see them as competitors. They see them as two halves of the same puzzle, designed to fit together perfectly.
So what does that actually look like? How do you build this hybrid organization? It's pretty straightforward, actually. Step 1, you use Paperclip to lay down the law. You build the company structure, the org chart, the budgets, all the rules. Step 2, you hire these super autonomous OpenClaw agents to fill the jobs on that chart. And finally, Step 3, Paperclip steps in as the manager, coordinating between all your new employees and handling approvals. It's really the best of both worlds. Okay, this all sounds amazing in theory, right? But you're probably thinking, where do I actually start? What's the first practical step for a business owner or developer who wants to get into this?
Look, for almost everyone, the best path is to walk before you run. Seriously, start simple. Hire your first digital employee, just one OpenClaw agent. Give it some of your repetitive tasks and let it prove its worth. Then, as you get comfortable, maybe you add 1 or 2 more. It's only when you get to a point where you've got, say, 5 or more agents and it's starting to feel a little chaotic, that's when you need that top-down management. That's when you bring in Paperclip to build the company's structure around them.
So the real takeaway here is pretty simple. You need to stop asking, should I use OpenClaw or Paperclip, and start asking, when do I need an employee and when do I need to build a company? You've seen the employee, you've seen the company, the blueprints are right here. Now the only question is, what are you going to build first?